Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to day 3 of your Mind Body Movement 72-hour Get Your Body Back, whatever you want to call it, challenge. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Yesterday was Develop Your Mind, and today we're going to talk about fueling your body. Hope you guys enjoy Tony Robbins' videos. Still waiting for some of you guys to respond back, so whenever you guys get a chance, make sure that you comment and let me know what you thought. You're going to get another Tony Robbins video, and today's video, I really know that you're going to love. And I think that once we talk about eating, you're going to really understand how simple it is to eat right. And it all starts with having a good foundation. And I think I'm just going to reiterate, just like I do every day, why are we doing this? You start this 3-day refresh next week. Why can't I just go ahead and do it? Because there's a reason why every diet fails. There's a reason why people go through workouts, they're in, they're out. People are kind of happy and unhappy in their life. And what I'm here to tell you is that I have the secret. I know exactly what it takes to actually be happy and motivated every day and building upon the actions and the results that you get in life, and actually building upon your failures, which is really what the key is. So one of the things that Tony Robbins talks about in what you're going to listen to today, he talks about alkalinizing your body, and it has to do with the acid-base balance. And for those of you guys that are my patients, parents, you guys know that I always talk about why we treat dental cavities is because there's so much infection going on in the mouth that the immune system is wasting so much energy on the mouth, on teeth that are coming out anyway, and it doesn't have enough energy to fix other areas of the body, cancer cells that are forming every day, plaques that are forming in your arteries, etc., ear infections. And you don't notice it in one day, but over time it builds up and you notice it. And that's kind of what happens with the acid-base balance. The more acid that your body is, that means that you have an increase in cell damage. That means that you have less energy because your immune system is fighting off the acidity and trying to balance it out, and you also store a lot more fat. So when your body is very acid, your body goes into protective mode, and it needs fat to protect itself so that the lining and the walls of your organs and your skin don't just burn off. And that's actually that's actually a fact. And so a lot of times you'll hear Tony. It's so crazy when I listened to this the first time, because I said, this is exactly what I believe in. I believed in this for years, and it's exactly what Tony talks about. And when you say that let's say you think you're overweight, you're not, don't think of yourself as over fat or overweight. Think of yourself as over acid. If you are large, that means that you are, and of course there are other reasons that are genetic. However, for the majority of the people, it's because you're over acid. And the key is how to alkalinize your body, how to balance it out. And that's what I'm going to talk about today. And you do it through the foods you eat, you do it through your lifestyle, and a combination of a couple other things that I'm going to teach you. So, again, the key to anything that you want to do in life is you want to create a base. And this is actually the same circle that Tony uses. Creating a base, and then you want to challenge and grow, and then you celebrate and reward, and that's your kind of immediate gratification, and then it starts all over again. But the next time when you build your base, it gets bigger, and then it gets bigger, and then you challenge and grow, get bigger, bigger. That's why the rich get richer, the sick get sicker, the poor get poorer, but the healthy get healthier, and you just keep getting better and better at what you're doing, because you end up building, good habit or bad habit, your brain will form, like I spoke about yesterday, these stronger neural pathways. So the key is to form good habits and have that cycle go. The problem is, and this is actually, we're blessed that we're talking about this now, because a lot of people get into challenge groups, or they start a workout program, CrossFit, whatever, and they start with number 2. They start with the challenge and grow phase, and then they celebrate and reward, but they've never created the base. So they just keep going, challenging and growing, celebrate and reward. And then what happens when you break that and things don't go right? Well, you don't have that base, you need the base because the base is what you fall back on. So if you don't get that reward, you have no base, you'll go all the way back down to the beginning. And that's really, what the foundation is. Now, how do you get yourself, exponentially bigger with the base? Well, the person that learns, of course, becomes the teacher. So I wrote down some things that, that Tony said, and again, you're going to get this in the video that you're going to watch. But here's the basis of it, is that you want to start eating things that are more alkaline. Okay. Now, how do you know if you're acid or you're alkaline? Well, you can get these pH, these saliva testers, or you can actually get there's nothing more accurate than blood, so you can actually get blood tested if you want, but you can get urine, which is probably easier. And I think 7.4 is neutral, so you'll see if you're acidic or not. And then there's ways, of course, when you wake up in the morning on how to actually balance yourself out, etc. But the first thing is you want to eat more green foods. You want to eat more green live foods. I'm going to tell you some easy things to do, and there's going to be a list of all of the recommended foods that Tony's going to talk about on that video, and you can write it down. But some of the ones that caught my eye were, and some of them are not green, by the way. So spinach and avocados are green. By the way, avocados have tons of fat. You know, they say, oh my God, it's fat. Well, but it's good fat. And on top of it, it's got great fiber, so it fills you up, okay? Which is amazing. You want stuff with fibers, it fills you up. So almonds, carrots, dates, avocados, limes, coconut, spinach, asparagus, figs. These things are all amazing and they carry a lot of energy with them, okay? When things are green, they have a lot of energy, and your body needs energy to move around, to work properly. So those are some good examples of green live foods. You want to avoid acid-rich foods that are completely devoid of life. This will make you more acidic. Processed fats, animal meats, white flour, refined sugar, cow's milk, and cheese. Now, I know if you were like me, you're like, are you kidding me? Like, I have cheese, or I have, like, you tell me I can't have steak. And this is the key, guys. It's all about moderation. The 70-30 rule is exactly what I subscribe to. It's what Tony subscribes to. It's a lot of people subscribe to because it's balance. And you always want to make sure that you're in a 70-30 balance of alkalinized and acid. So if you, for instance, if you've got a piece of bread, then you want to make sure that you cover that with greens, with salad, this and that. If you've got a piece of protein, a piece of chicken, a piece of steak, whatever, you can do that. Just make sure that you are at a 70-30 ratio. So 30% can be acid as long as 70% is alkaline. And at the beginning, you're going to have to track it. But so that's the point. The point isn't that you can't have it. The point is that you can balance it. Now, of course, you can have just a complete cheat day if you really wanted to, and then the other days you just don't, cheat at all. But it's all about balance. Another thing, water intake. You want to make sure that you're drinking 1/2 of your body weight in ounces. So if you're 150 pounds, you want to be drinking 75 ounces of water a day dispersed throughout the day. In a future video, I can give you tips on how to balance that out so you can actually get your water intake. Another way to get yourself more alkaline. When you wake up, you're very acidic. Squeeze some fresh lemon in this is actually what I do, 16 ounces of water, squeeze some fresh lemon, and that instantly alkalinizes your water, and you can drink it, and that's really the way to go. Another thing, get yourself into a position, this is where Shakeology comes in. Get yourself into a position where you are going to get more greens. So some of it is fresh live. However, sometimes life is busy, so you don't always have time to do everything. So Shakeology has amazing alkalinizing capabilities through the different greens and phytonutrients that it has, okay? So when you take Shakeology once a day, it is instantly, it's balancing you out, it is detoxing you, and it's balancing you out. Not completely, but it helps. It makes it easier. Do you still need to have green stuff? Absolutely. And you still have to subscribe to the 70-30 rule. However, with all the other things going on in the day, it gives you a little bit more leeway by having Shakeology once a day. Another way to do it, which is what I have, and it's not, this is kind of above and beyond, is something called the Ultimate Reset, which is the 21-day detoxification that Beachbody has. There's a green powder called Alkalinized, which is basically like a wheatgrass shot. So, Tony talks about the ones that he produces. To be honest with you, Amazing Grass has one. That's another way. First thing you wake up in the morning, you can actually just take a shot down, and that will instantly alkalinize you. I do take that every day too. So, there's a couple of take-home points that he says. Acid equals aging, and we knew that. What acid does is it breaks down the cell walls, it breaks down cells, and that's why when you get older, you look older because your cells are breaking down. Another thing is sugar equals acid, and that's about as pure as it gets. We used to think that it was okay to have fresh fruit in the morning. Now, if you're in perfect health, you can handle that. You can handle the fact because it's got tons of water, and that sugar, you'll be able to process it. Unfortunately, so many people are so acidic that in essence, you just end up bringing a bunch of microorganisms with you instead of actually the benefits of fruit. So I would stay away from that, and I would move towards incorporating greens in the morning. So you've got eating more green live foods, limiting your other acid-rich foods that are devoid of life. Just keep the ratio. 70-30 is really important. Your Shakeology once a day is amazing. It's so key. It balances you out amongst all the other things that it does. The prebiotics, probiotics, regulate your blood sugar levels, all that other stuff. But at least that is a start in your busy day. Make sure you're getting enough water. That's another thing. And we've got this balance. That's what we're doing here. We're creating the base. So you want to know, what is this 3-day refresh? It is a very quick detoxification that is alkalinizing your body and is ridding your body of toxins. So the fiber is what that's doing is it's actually, you're excreting a lot of the toxic waste and everything. The Shakeology, along with the Vanilla Fresh, is helping to alkalinize your body, along with the specific clean eating meal plan that it comes with, which is full of tons of alkaline foods. So after those 3 days, you want to know why you lose 5-6 pounds? Because your body's so acidic. It's amazing how fast that happens. It's not by magic. That's why you could do the 3-day refresh every weekend. They were saying how it's dangerous that, don't recommend the refresh, after a weekend. People are going to think it's like this, this like magic drug. And no, you just have to know what it does. What it's doing is your body's very acidic. You need to alkalinize it. You need to balance it. And it's a jumping point into the next phase. Now, what I'm not going to talk about today, which we'll talk about, in the future, is what are things in life that make you more acidic, and that's stress. Emotional fitness is what balances you out. It's how you do something and you hope for an event to happen, but something unexpected happens, and it's not the result that you wanted, and then what happens? Do you stress, or do you engage it? So have a good night, have a good day, guys, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.